every morning. Chester. A 69-year-old retired electrician from Pennsylvania would wince just getting out of bed. His knees felt like rusted door hinges that had not been oiled in decades. Stiff. Swollen. Some mornings he needed 20 minutes of careful movement before he could walk without favoring one leg over the other. Chester thought this was just part of getting older. "What do you expect at my age?" he would tell his wife Linda. But Chester is not alone in this struggle. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, over 54 million adults in the United States live with arthritis and joint pain, and the numbers climb dramatically after age 60. Here is what might surprise you. A simple change in what we eat each day can significantly reduce the inflammation that fuels this pain. That is right. Your weekly grocery list might be just as powerful as what is sitting in your medicine cabinet. Have you ever wondered if the foods you are eating could be making your morning stiffness worse? Or if different choices could help you move with less pain? You are about to discover the answer. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-based health wisdom that actually works in real life. If staying strong, mobile. And independent matters to you, hit that subscribe button right now. Let us explore this together. Joint pain after 60 is not just uncomfortable. It changes how we experience each day. From something as simple as opening a jar to enjoying a walk around the neighborhood, persistent aching affects every aspect of our lives. But why does joint pain become so much more common as we age? The answer lies in understanding inflammation, your body's natural healing response that, unfortunately, becomes less efficient over time. When we are younger, inflammation works like a skilled repair crew. You twist your ankle, inflammation rushes in, repairs the damage, and then quietly goes away. Fast and effective. But after 60, several changes occur simultaneously. Our immune system begins to slow down. The cartilage that cushions our joints starts wearing thin and is not replaced as quickly as it once was. The synovial fluid that keeps joints moving smoothly begins to decrease. And decades of daily wear and tear finally start to accumulate. According to Harvard Health Publishing in 2022, diets high in refined sugars, processed fats, and certain inflammatory ingredients can actually worsen this natural aging process, triggering more frequent flare-ups in our knees, hips, shoulders, and hands. Think of your joints like the engine in a car you have driven for many years. When you add poor quality oil or the wrong type of fuel, the engine runs rougher and wears out faster. But when you use high-quality oil and premium fuel, everything runs more smoothly, even with high mileage. That is exactly the power of choosing the right foods. They can become your body's natural anti-rust treatment, helping to calm inflammation from the inside out. Let us start by identifying what might be sitting in your kitchen right now that could be making your joint pain worse. Before we explore the healing foods that can help, let us take an honest look at some common ingredients that might be contributing to your morning stiffness and daily discomfort. White bread, crackers, pastries, and sugar-laden cereals cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, which triggers inflammatory markers throughout your body. A 2021 National Institutes of Health study directly linked these foods to increased joint stiffness in adults over 65. Here is a real example. Linda, a 64-year-old retired secretary from Ohio, noticed her hands felt particularly swollen and achy every morning. After keeping a simple food diary for 2 weeks, she discovered the pattern. Her worst mornings always followed evenings when she had enjoyed her favorite bedtime snack of graham crackers and milk. Within 2 weeks of switching to plain yogurt with a few nuts, she told her daughter the difference was like night and day. These foods are typically high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, can disrupt the delicate balance with omega-3s in your body, essentially fueling the fire of inflammation. This includes obvious choices like fried chicken and French fries, but also many packaged veggie chips and restaurant meals. Bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and most deli meats contain compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These molecules accumulate in joint tissues and can worsen cartilage damage over time. Harvard researchers have noted that reducing these foods can lead to measurable decreases in systemic inflammation within just a few weeks. Regular sodas, sports drinks, and even sweetened iced teas flood your system with rapidly absorbed sugars. The Arthritis Foundation reports that people who consume just one sugary drink daily have a 63% higher risk of developing worsening arthritis symptoms compared to those who avoid them. While an occasional glass of wine with dinner may be fine for many people, regular or heavy alcohol consumption disrupts sleep quality, weakens your liver's ability to process toxins, and can directly irritate joint tissues. Poor sleep, in particular, makes pain feel more intense the following day. Have you been eating any of these foods regularly? Comment guilty below. There is no shame here. We are all learning together, and awareness is the first step toward feeling better. Now let us turn to the encouraging news. 7 specific foods that research suggests may help soothe your joints naturally. Each of these 7 foods is not just nutritious, they are functional. They contain specific compounds that help your body fight inflammation at its source, potentially reducing the pain and stiffness that can make daily activities challenging. These cold water fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which actively lower inflammatory cytokines, the chemical messengers that signal pain and swelling in your joints. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who incorporated fatty fish into their meals twice weekly experienced 20% fewer arthritis-related symptoms over a 6-month period. Consider the experience of Margaret, a 71-year-old retired librarian from Vermont. She used to rely on fried fish sandwiches from the local diner 3 times a week. After her doctor suggested she try baked salmon with herbs and lemon instead, she noticed within a month that her usual morning stiffness was noticeably less severe. "I actually look forward to getting up now," she shared with her book club. How to use this dot. Grill, bake, or broil your fish rather than frying. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week. Even canned salmon or sardines count. Just choose varieties packed in water rather than oil. These vibrant fruits are packed with antioxidants, especially compounds called anthocyanins, which give berries their deep colors. These same compounds help protect cartilage from damage and may reduce joint swelling. The beautiful thing about berries is that frozen varieties are just as nutritious as fresh ones, and often more budget-friendly. Edward, a 73-year-old grandfather from Kansas, used to end each evening with a bowl of vanilla ice cream while watching the news. His daughter suggested he try mixed berries with a small dollop of Greek yogurt instead. "It became my new treat," he says, "and I started sleeping better too." Bonus point: my knees do not feel as creaky when I get up at night. Include these by adding them to your morning oatmeal, stirring them into plain yogurt, or simply enjoying a handful as an afternoon snack. This golden oil contains a natural compound called oleocanthal, which research suggests works similarly to ibuprofen in reducing inflammation, but without the potential stomach irritation. Quality matters here. Extra virgin olive oil retains more of these beneficial compounds than heavily processed versions. Consider Ruth, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Colorado. She had been spreading margarine on her morning toast for decades. When she switched to drizzling extra virgin olive oil over roasted vegetables and using it in her salad dressings, she noticed that her knees felt less stiff when climbing the stairs to her second-floor bedroom. Best practices: use olive oil cold in salad dressings or drizzle it over cooked vegetables. While you can cook with it, avoid high-heat frying, which can damage its beneficial properties. These nutritional powerhouses are high in vitamin K, which supports bone strength, and contain numerous antioxidants that help calm systemic inflammation. They are also rich in magnesium, a mineral that many seniors do not get enough of and which plays a crucial role in muscle and joint function. The key is making them easy to include. Add a handful of spinach to scrambled eggs. Blend them into smoothies where you will not taste them, or stir them into soups and stews during the last few minutes of cooking. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Here is the important detail. Curcumin is poorly absorbed by the body unless it is paired with black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that dramatically increases absorption. The Mayo Clinic reviewed over 20 clinical studies in 2021 and concluded that consistent use of turmeric may help reduce joint pain as effectively as some low-dose over-the-counter medications, but with fewer side effects for most people. Try sprinkling half a teaspoon of turmeric plus a pinch of black pepper into soups, mixing it into scrambled eggs, or stirring it into warm milk or herbal tea before bed. These provide healthy fats, magnesium, and plant-based protein while helping stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the day. Stable blood sugar means less inflammatory stress on your entire system, including your joints. A small handful daily, about a quarter cup, provides benefits without excess calories. Choose raw or dry roasted varieties and avoid those coated in sugar, honey, or excess salt. This gentle beverage contains EGCG, a powerful antioxidant that research suggests may help protect cartilage from breakdown. Unlike coffee, which can sometimes increase cortisol and inflammation when consumed in large amounts, green tea tends to have a calming effect on the nervous system. For maximum benefit, brew fresh green tea rather than relying on bottled versions, which often lose most of their potency during processing. Enjoy 1 to 2 cups daily, preferably unsweetened. Try adding one of these foods to your routine tomorrow, and consider sharing in the comments how you feel after incorporating it for 1 full week. Small changes often lead to meaningful improvements. Let us return to Chester, the retired electrician from Pennsylvania we met at the beginning. 6 months ago, Chester could barely make it to the end of his driveway to retrieve the morning newspaper. The aching in his knees was constant, and the over-the-counter pain relievers he had been taking for years were not providing the relief they once did. His daughter, Sarah, concerned about watching her father's world grow smaller each week, decided to take action. She brought him a care package. A package of wild-caught salmon fillets, a bag of raw walnuts, a container of fresh blueberries, and a handwritten note that simply read, "Dad, try just one new thing each week. I love you." Chester smiled at his daughter's gesture and decided to give it an honest try. The first week, he replaced his usual breakfast of white toast and jam with steel-cut oatmeal topped with fresh berries. By week 2, he had swapped the margarine he had used for 30 years with extra virgin olive oil drizzled over his evening vegetables. Week 3 brought afternoon green tea instead of his usual sugary iced tea. By week 4, he was grilling salmon twice a week and actually enjoying the ritual of preparing these new meals. Today, 6 months later, Chester walks his neighbor's golden retriever every morning at 7 a.m. He has put away the cane that had become his constant companion. And while he still experiences the occasional ache, especially on rainy days, he recently told Sarah, "I feel like I got a decade of my life back." Please note, Chester's experience represents his personal journey and may not reflect typical results. Individual responses to dietary changes can vary significantly. That is the remarkable potential of small, consistent changes made with patience and commitment. You deserve to wake up with less pain. You deserve to move through your day with greater ease. You deserve to feel confident in your body's ability to carry you through the activities that bring you joy. Here is your gentle challenge. Start with just one small change tonight. Maybe it is brewing a cup of green tea instead of reaching for a soda. Perhaps it is adding a handful of spinach to your dinner. Tomorrow, if that felt manageable, try another small adjustment. And the day after that, another. You do not need to transform your entire diet overnight. You just need to begin. Ready to take that first step toward feeling better in your own body. Subscribe now so you do not miss the practical strategies we will share in upcoming videos. Many people ask whether you need to eat all 7 of these foods every single day. Not at all. What matters most is variety and consistency throughout the week, rather than perfection each day. For example, you might enjoy fish twice a week, add berries to 4 breakfasts, and sip green tea daily. The goal is creating sustainable patterns, not overwhelming yourself. Another common question concerns how quickly you might notice improvement in your joint discomfort. This varies significantly from person to person. Some individuals notice subtle improvements within 1 to 2 weeks, particularly if their previous diet was high in inflammatory foods. For others, especially those who have been dealing with chronic inflammation for many years, meaningful changes may take longer, sometimes 2 to 3 months of consistent dietary adjustments. The most important factor is patience combined with consistency. People with diabetes often wonder if they can still include berries in their eating plan. Yes, with awareness. Berries are actually among the lower sugar fruits and are high in fiber, which helps slow sugar absorption. Start with a half-cup serving and monitor how your blood sugar responds. Blueberries and raspberries tend to have the gentlest impact on blood glucose levels. Regarding turmeric safety if you are taking prescription medications. In the small amounts used for cooking, turmeric is generally well tolerated by most people. However, turmeric supplements in high doses can potentially interact with blood-thinning medications or diabetes treatments. Always discuss any new supplements with your healthcare provider, and stick to culinary amounts when in doubt. Many wonder if they can cook with olive oil, or if heating destroys its benefits. You can cook with extra virgin olive oil, but avoid high heat frying or prolonged cooking at very high temperatures. Olive oil retains most of its anti-inflammatory properties when used for gentle sautéing, roasting at moderate temperatures, or when added to dishes after cooking. Finally, people often ask whether supplements are more effective than getting these nutrients from whole foods. Whole foods are generally preferable. They provide fiber, minerals, and what researchers call nutrient synergy, the way different compounds work together in ways that isolated supplements cannot replicate. While supplements can sometimes be helpful, they should complement, not replace, a foundation of nutrient-rich whole foods. Here is your practical, easy-to-follow reference guide. Consider taking a screenshot or printing this out to keep handy in your kitchen. When dealing with foods that may worsen pain, let me share what to avoid and what science suggests as better alternatives. Fried foods and processed oils are high in omega-6 content, which may increase inflammation. Research shows that replacing these with fatty fish like salmon and mackerel may help reduce joint pain and swelling. White bread and sweet pastries cause rapid blood sugar spikes that can worsen stiffness. Studies indicate that choosing dark leafy greens and berries instead may support more stable energy and less morning stiffness. Margarine and processed spreads may contain trans fats that promote inflammation. Evidence suggests that extra virgin olive oil may provide natural joint support when used as a replacement. Sugary sodas and sweet drinks with their high sugar content have been linked to arthritis symptoms. Clinical research shows that freshly brewed green tea may help calm inflammation and protect cartilage when consumed regularly. Processed meats and deli items contain ages that may contribute to joint irritation. Scientific studies suggest that raw nuts like almonds and walnuts provide healthy fats that may support overall joint health. For your suggested daily routine for joint support, let me walk you through a simple approach. Each morning, consider adding fresh or frozen berries to your oatmeal, yogurt, or cereal. Brew a cup of green tea instead of sugary coffee drinks to start your day with anti-inflammatory support. At lunchtime, include a large salad with olive oil-based dressing and a sprinkle of nuts for healthy fats and protein. Add spinach or other leafy greens to soups, sandwiches, or wraps for extra nutrients. During your evening meal, enjoy grilled or baked fish twice weekly with roasted vegetables prepared with olive oil. Sprinkle turmeric and black pepper onto warm dishes like rice, vegetables, or soup to add natural anti-inflammatory compounds. For bonus support throughout the week, prepare a weekly snack container with mixed raw almonds and walnuts for convenient, healthy snacking. Keep frozen berries stocked in your freezer. They are convenient and often more affordable than fresh while maintaining their nutritional benefits. Save this reference guide and consider sharing it with someone you care about. Small changes shared with others often become lasting changes. To ensure everything we have shared today is grounded in reliable science, here are the key research sources that informed this discussion. Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health published Foods That Fight Inflammation in 2022. This comprehensive review explains how omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and specific oils work to reduce chronic inflammation throughout the body, with particular attention to joint health in older adults. The Arthritis Foundation released Best Foods for Arthritis in 2023. This provides evidence-based practical dietary strategies specifically designed for managing arthritis and joint pain, with special consideration for seniors' nutritional needs. Mayo Clinic published Turmeric and Joint Pain, What the Research Says in 2021. This summarizes findings from over 20 clinical trials examining both the benefits and limitations of curcumin for arthritis management, including proper dosing and safety considerations. The NIH National Institute on Aging released Diet and Inflammation in Older Adults in 2022. This examines the biological changes that occur with aging and presents evidence for how specific dietary patterns can slow the progression of inflammation-related joint deterioration. Johns Hopkins Medicine published Nutrition for Joint Health in 2020. This focuses on the synergistic relationship between proper nutrition and long-term joint function, particularly relevant for adults experiencing age-related joint changes. These institutions represent gold standard medical and nutritional research. Their findings offer both hope and a practical roadmap for anyone over 60 who wants to address daily joint discomfort through thoughtful food choices. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we have shared today is for educational purposes only, designed to help you make more informed decisions about your daily food choices and overall wellness approach. But no video, website, or article can replace the personalized guidance of your healthcare provider. I always encourage you to work closely with your doctor or healthcare team before making any significant changes to your diet or health routine, especially if you are currently managing conditions like arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, or high blood pressure. Your healthcare providers know your personal medical history, your current medications, and your individual health needs better than anyone else. They can guide you on what dietary changes are appropriate for your specific situation, what to watch for, and how to safely incorporate new foods. Every person's body responds differently to dietary changes. What worked wonderfully for Chester, Margaret, and Edward might need small adjustments or modifications for your unique circumstances. So please use this video as a starting point, one tool in your wellness toolkit, rather than a replacement for professional medical advice. The goal is to work as a team with your healthcare providers, using reliable information like this to have more informed conversations about your care. Keep asking thoughtful questions. Keep showing up for your health every day. Keep choosing small steps that move you toward feeling stronger and more comfortable in your own body. Because you deserve to feel your best. You deserve to wake up with less pain and move through your day with greater ease. And yes, you deserve to experience the simple joy of moving without discomfort. Take good care of yourself. And I will see you in the next video where we will explore more ways to support your health and independence as you age.